Mabuhay! Welcome to Positively Pinoys Podcast. Ito ang mga kwento at inspirasyon ng mga OFWs at Global Pinoys saan man sila sa mundo.
So, hello. This is like the second season of Positively Pinoys podcast. And for this season, I really want to highlight people I've met, inspiring people I've met in Paris, and, share their journeys with you guys. Na hopefully, makakapulutan ng maraming inspirasyon, maraming aral, and, that can also inspire you to keep on aspiring great things in life as an OFW or as a Filipino abroad. So, my first guest is...
My name is Balthazar Pelayo, and I'm currently residing in Paris. And I'm living in Paris for almost like 16 years. But before Paris, I used to live in Rome, Italy. So, two beautiful cities. Rome and Paris, which I really, really enjoyed. So now I'm currently working in Paris as a property manager for operations in an American company, and we are into acquisition or buying apartment, and then we put it in a short-term rentals.
So thanks to Balthazar, we are now in this very beautiful and luxurious apartment in the heart of Paris. So, we will talk about Balthazar's journey and life through my mahiwagang box.
Okay.
So, these are technically 10 questions to kind of give us like details on your life as a Filipino abroad, your journey, and whatnot. So parang Miss Universe lang. So question number 1.
Okay. So the question number 1 is, should you encourage other Pinoy na mag-abroad?
Oh.
Of course. Yes, I would like to encourage Pinoy na mag-abroad. Well, actually, there's two philosophy. One is, yes, if you don't have opportunity in the Philippines, I think going abroad, like going to Europe, is the best way to change your life. However, if you are college graduate with masterals or doctoral, I rather stay in the Philippines and pursue your dream, your career, because going to Europe is it's not all about better process. It's a big challenge. It's a big struggles. So you can start from the bottom and then you go up to your dream position or dream job. But basically, there's a lot of struggles, like for example, the language and the education. For example, sometimes in the Philippines, we have different curriculum, which is not the same in Europe. So you have to study again. You have to study the language. So there's a lot of struggles. But yes, it depends on the person the motivation. If you're really motivated and you want to achieve your goals and dreams, then you can do anything. You can do all the possible thing, So if for example, you are not you are dreaming of living in Europe and you want to experience living in Europe, yes, I do suggest go to Europe or go to other country and find a greener pasture. But if you think that you are stable in the Philippines, you are graduated with a masteral or doctorate degree, I do suggest you rather stay in the Philippines and do your
find something na
because at the end of the day, it depends on the person. It depends how you
Dream that life.
improve yourself, how to be successful. Even if you're in the Philippines or even if you're in abroad, you can still be successful.
Exactly. Yeah.
It really depends on the person.
By the way, where are you from? From the Philippines?
Well, I'm from Laguna and currently residing in Sorsogon in Bicol because we found a small property, which is we found a small business called Villa Colintang, a small resort. So I spend up my most of my time in Sorsogon, and we also have address in Manila. So basically, I'm from Laguna, but living from one place to another. You know.
So so according to Balthazar, it really depends on you. Kung you have the heart or the guts to do it or to take the risk of going abroad, go. Kung pwede at kaya mo lang naman to stay in the Philippines, especially given what you have, or like kung anong tinapos mo, or a work that you can easily find successful for you, also good.
Yeah. So kung saan kayo palagay nyo, how adventurous you are. For example, me, I'm really adventurous. I have a good job in the Philippines, but I decided to work abroad. I have no regret, although hindi ko na-achieve yung goals ko professionally, but na-achieve ko naman yung mga experiences na hindi ko magagawa
In the Philippines.
in the Philippines. So it's
a matter of ano naman.
yeah, it's a matter of how you perceive things and how you become happy.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. Mindset.
Depende. Mindset. yun na lang.
Next question.
Okay, next is anong kaibahan ng Paris, France sa ibang bansa na natirahan mo? So again,
you lived in Paris for 16 years now.
16.
Tapos, before Paris, where were you?
I used to live in Rome, Italy for 6 years.
Okay.
So what are the differences? It's a close
wait,
country.
you have other countries pa.
Sweden. I used to stay in Sweden, but not so long.
Not so long.
Yeah.
As compared. So, for now, we'll just compare Rome from Paris.
I should say my second home is Rome and then Paris. So these two beautiful cities. Both cities are really beautiful. Both cities are really dynamic. However, kahit magkalapit siya and it's the same, they're the same in Europe, but they have different. There are so many different, like for example, the culture, the language, the mentality of people, and the city itself. So, for example, in Paris, it's really dynamic. It's really, I should say, very open city for multicultural because there's a lot of people who lives in this city from different part of the world, and also there's a lot of businesses from around the world who put business in Paris. In Italy, it's a little bit laid back, I should say, because it's not the same as Paris. I mean, for example, the transportation is not that good. Although, on the positive side, people are really caring, and people are really religious. People are really family-oriented. And it's very similar to Filipino culture.
Okay.
And Paris is more on independent, and you don't care of other people. You care about only yourself and your work, and you don't care about your neighbor, things like that. Everything is so fast, like transportation, the way of living, and there's a lot of things to do. You cannot get bored in Paris. It's really a limitless possibility.
Yeah.
So I should say Rome is very laid back, and Paris is really modern, and it really fast-pacing city.
Yeah.
And yes, in Paris there's a lot of people from around the world. So it's the culture is really dynamic. You know?
So parang multi-universe, multiculture.
Yeah.
parang ano ka na, reverse ni Emily in Paris. Kasi,
Exactly, I was thinking of that.
Emily in Paris,
Yeah.
and then after she's moving to Rome.
Yeah.
Ikaw naman, you came from Rome and then you went.
Living in Paris, but
You
two
went
different
here.
cities, I was really
So parang kinakapi ka ni Emily,
yeah,
joke.
I was really thinking of it when I saw Emily in Paris because I said, oh my God, I almost have the same scenario. I used to live in Rome
Yeah.
and then living in Paris. So
Yeah.
two beautiful cities. You can't complain
Yeah.
because like you're living in the postcard,
Yeah.
You're living in the two most beautiful city in the world.
The
And
most romantic, as we say.
and these experiences is really you cannot it's really satisfying, it's really you cannot compare it to something else because living in these beautiful cities like Rome and Paris is really
Yeah.
an achievement,
Yeah.
I should say.
Lucky you. Sana
Yeah,
all.
I know.
Okay, I will ask the third question. Ano yung qualities na na-realize mo about yourself after a few months or a few years sa abroad? So as you said, you were in Rome for 6 years, and then you were in Paris for 16 years. Pero prior to that, what was your first ever living abroad experience? Saang country?
Well, I have this opportunity to live in Sweden for
Okay.
a short time.
Yeah.
It was winter and it
Ooh,
was
very
so cold and everything is dark.
Yeah.
Coming from a very sunny
Country and happy people.
Yeah, and it's so sunny and people are so happy and dynamic, and going to a place where everything is so gray all day,
Yeah.
So it makes me sad. And it's a culture shock.
Okay.
You
Pero
know?
anong na-realize mo about yourself a few years after you
Well,
lived
there's a lot of realization
like living abroad?
because it's totally different from Philippines. The way of thinking, for example, is totally different, and the way they become so serious about themselves. People here in Europe, for example, are really serious about anything. So in the Philippines, it's like bahala na. We have this mentality na okay lang yan, and everything will be okay. And God grace,
Yeah.
things like that. Everything is simple and relaxed and not so serious, I think.
Yeah.
But here you have to work hard. You have to be serious in everything you do, in everything you say. You have to be punctual. You have to be meticulous.
Yeah. Parang you have to be goal-oriented na, okay, you have
Yes.
to do this or
Yes.
parang checklist of things to do. when
Yeah,
you live
everything is
here.
so serious. Everything you should mean it. You have to say it, you mean it, and you do it. Things like that. There's no way of saying, bahala na,
At tapos hindi pwede yung
okay
parang,
na yan.
yeah, parang
No, it's not like that.
pagising mo, mamaya na yan or what. Kasi you work abroad and usually for us Filipinos, we don't have families with us basically.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, but I just saw the differences. But I'm trying to say is, when you are in abroad or when you're in Europe, you have to be serious about everything.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why they are so successful. And even simple things, they are really
Driven and
yeah,
motivated.
they take everything in a serious way. Even everything is special. Everything should be specialized. Everything should be creme a la creme. It should be like everything should be excellent.
Yeah, like you have to produce something na the best that you can do or the best that you can achieve other than like, mediocre. So parang in the Philippines, parang sa atin like, okay lang yan, basta as long as may ma-deliver ka. Here, especially in Paris, I think for me, one of the things na I kind of not just notice or observe, pero like part of their culture is that everything you have to give is really about beauty, about consistency, about like how you project that to whoever you give it back or to, like a project. It has to be not just the best, but also like it has to be beautiful, it has to be presentful, like it has
There's
to...
no way of
Oo,
saying,
oo.
okay na yan.
Oo, like walang mediocre sa kanila. Parang everything has to be on the top of...
Everything should be perfect and
Yeah.
excellent.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, the mentality that we should learn from these people, from Europeans. And
Which we have. I mean, like, for most Filipinos, if we are surrounded by this kind of quote-unquote pressure or like what is expected in that way, we can deliver such thing. And sometimes, sobra pa nga, di ba? Like, kasi yung mga Pinoy, witty tayo eh. Like, we have very, very great ideas. We have very, very...
yeah, there's a lot
Kaso
of...
lang, like, I think like we kind of limit ourselves to something na okay na yan, pwede na yan, or like, but actually we can do better.
we can do better.
Yeah,
We are really flexible and artistic and really really creative people. You know, Filipino are really good at that. But again, being serious and being so put your heart into something, even the small things you do, I think that make you successful and excellent, which is yun yung nakita ko dito. So people, I don't know, people are really serious about everything.
Yeah. Well,
So-
which is a good thing for
Yeah.
for us to follow and for us to aspire. And yeah, that's good. Okay. What do you wish na maintindihan ng pamilya or mga kaibigan mo tungkol sa buhay mo sa abroad? I think this is a very interesting question kasi
Yeah.
nga, especially in this day and age of social media, of easily access to putting our lives out there. What do you wish na mas maintindihan palalo ng family mo or ng mga kaibigan mo about your life abroad?
Okay, so it's a very nice question because when I was in the Philippines, looking back, with all my neighbors and friends and family, a member of the family or cousin, who came from abroad, and I saw how luxurious they are, how they look so impressive. I thought everything is like a fantasy, a realization of fantasy, that they have a lot of money, they have a lot nice car, nice house, a nice travel. When I was in the Philippines, I was thinking of that, and I'm sure there's a lot of Filipino in the Philippines that also thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Now, they don't have idea that when you live abroad, everything is a struggle.
Yeah.
It's not all better process. Everything should work hard to earn a living, to survive. And ito yung mga hindi nakikita ng mga Pilipino. And
Or ng mga pamilya natin sa
the family
Pilipinas.
members only see the beauty of it. But they cannot see underneath,
Yung kumbaga behind the scenes of our lives.
Mas malungkot, mas mahirap, mas maraming struggle, and you're alone here kasi kaunti lang kayo dito.
Or kukunti lang yung
Kakunti lang yung kaibigan,
mo, or
kakunti lang yung kamag-anak mo, or minsan wala kang kamag-anak.
kamag-anak, yeah.
And it's everything on your own. So, mahirap yung struggle na yon.
Yeah.
So, I think yun yung dapat na palitang mentality, mindsetting, na not because you're in abroad, you are successful, you have a lot of money, you are blessed. No, we are the same. Ang pagkakaiba lang is we work hard. We have the opportunity to work. We are in a beautiful place. But still, the struggle is there. The struggle is real. And kung hindi mo tatatagan yung loob mo, hindi ka magsusurvive. You will never be successful. So, again, sa mga tao na nasa Pilipinas, isipin nyo na it's not all about better process. It's not all about money. It's not all about having a lot of investment. People work hard here and they have a lot of struggles. People in abroad are normally sad because they don't have a lot of circle with them. I mean, the confident, all the people around them. Medyo malungkot yun. Although may mga modern technology. But yes, again,
Iba
na
pa rin.
nakikita nyo lang doon sa Facebook or Instagram is all about beauty. But the reality is,
Mahirap siya.
mahirap. It's not so easy. And every Filipino abroad is dumadaan sa struggle, dumadaan sa mga paghihirap and mga pagsubok.
Yeah.
So, yeah, iwasan
And also
nating mag-isip na
Yeah.
they're more blessed, they're
Yeah.
more happy, or they're happier, or they are mas mayaman sila, whatever. No, it's not true. It's not true.
And also, cost of living, especially, obviously, like, okay, pagdating sa Pilipinas, malakas yung purchasing power natin as an OFW kasi mas malaki yung equivalent ng, like, say, euro or dollar pag umuwi sa Pilipinas. But, when the reality of living abroad is your cost of living is also expensive kasi
Exactly.
we're spending to whatever currency we are
You earn
living.
euro, you
Oo.
spent euro.
Oo.
Yeah,
So,
that is true.
So hindi rin siya ganun ka cheap or ganun ka affordable. So I like that you really emphasize na it's not all bed of roses kasi especially if you're starting up, it's a struggle kasi malayo ka sa pamilya mo. You don't have a lot of friends yet, and then like you're basically alone and also trying to figure out things around you, and especially coming to Europe such as France or Italy, like they don't speak English.
Exactly.
Their primary language is French or Italian. So maraming struggles, maraming
Cultural differences.
and on top of that, if you came to Europe during winter time, mas ano pa, like, you feel different kasi nga somehow that winter or cold weather makes you a little bit gloomy or sad. So yeah, I like that you said na it's not all bed of roses. Okay. Next. Ano-ano yung mga bagay na mahirap nung first few months mo sa abroad?
In Rome or in Paris?
In Rome, obviously, kasi you
Well, of course, the first few years, for example, the first 1-2 years is how do you survive? How do you establish yourself? So, yun yung mga struggles na encounter mo muna. How can you find a good job? Especially kung wala ka pang papers. So, the goal is to have a paper. Kung wala kang paper, the goal is to have a stable job. So, yun yung mga first few struggles na kailangan mo talagang i-develop, no?
So, wait, let's explain how or what were you doing in Italy?
Okay. So, in Italy, I started, for example, basically, nag-start ako sa office, a lawyer's office. I assist them. I even cleaned the office, And then after that, I went to a receptionist in a hotel where, a friend of friend. And, you have to have a lot of contacts. That's very important. Kailangan marami kang kaibigan. Kailangan marami kang connection.
That you are also open to those opportunities.
Exactly. Don't stop asking. Asking is really important. Kung sino yung makakatulong, kung saan may trabaho. So, I was lucky that there's a lot of Filipino who helped me in Rome to establish myself, and one of those is nakatulong para makapasok ako sa hotel as a receptionist, although panggabi yun. So it was really tiring and depressing kasi laging gabi ako pumapasok. And then I established myself. And then, yung lawyer's office, they helped me to have a paper. They're the one who process everything. And then, they let me work in a hotel. And then after that, it became bored after 5 years, I said, Rome is really small to me after 5 years. So I decided to move somewhere else, and luckily I have this opportunity na nakapunta ako sa Paris to start a new life. And in Paris, everything is just a word of mouth from one employee to another. For example, in Paris, I started one apartment to manage during those times when I arrived in Paris. So I searched in internet looking for something a job that will fit for me, and then I found apartment management. And then this owner of the apartment introduced me to another owner, and then I have a lot of apartment to manage. And now I work in a multinational company who are into buying luxury apartment, and we put it in short-term rentals. So I should say I'm one of the luckiest na nakakuha ng magandang work, and the work that I really like, because I started property management when I arrived in Paris, and until now I had the same job. So I think hindi na bago yung path ko. Focus ako dun sa career ko na ganun yung gagawin ko, and until now I'm doing the same kind of thing, and I should say na happy ako kasi I'm into managerial positions, and gusto ko yung ginagawa ko, the salary is okay, so I think it's all given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I like that you were open to like kung ano yung naging career mo sa Rome, sa Italy. Nag-progress siya as you came to Paris, and you did not limit yourself to like, you know, like parang menial jobs, or like kung ano man yung parang quote unquote available work lang for Filipinos usually abroad, or like in Europe. So at least like in your case, you really tried to keep on the path ng career mo, so which is like managing and properties.
Although syempre meron din akong naging sacrifices, because when I was in the Philippines, I work in a human resources and I studied psychology, but when I arrived here, it's a different story. So napunta ako sa property management. So it's very far from the career that I wanted to be when I was in the Philippines. But yes, again, this is an opportunity. So kung ano yung binigay na opportunity, doon ko gagalingan, doon ko ibubuhos lahat hanggang maging excellent ako. And I'm so lucky na dire-diretso yung path na napuntahan ko.
Can I just ask, like, kasi like, hindi yan mostly yung parang natural path ng Pinoy, as we all know. Like, we met, you know, a lot of Filipinos and all that. And usually when you are surrounded with mga kababayan, they're only like saying, oh, ito lang yung opportunity. Like, for example, like cleaning the house, or being, you know, a caregiver or a helper. That's why I wanted to highlight you, kasi your path is quite different from most Filipinos around here. So like, can you tell us, like, how did you end up finding your first job, and how did you really end up in like property management?
Okay.
And it's a very good job.
Okay. As I mentioned to you, I started from one apartment, which I saw online, and then I contacted the owner of the apartment, and then a word of mouth. Kasi sometimes, if you are excellent in your work, then the owner of the apartment will refer you to another owner, and the other owner will refer hanggang sa lumaki ng lumaki. So I started with that scenario. But eventually, a friend of mine who happens to work in a American company, and then she told me that I can join to the organization, to the company. So I said, yes, I would like to try, because this is the first time na mag-work ako in a big company, because I always work as auto-entrepreneur and self, you know, like I have my own business, and I put that here in Paris, and then I would like to work now naman sa bigger company. And then luckily natanggap naman ako, and then I started my work as a property manager or operations manager, and then everything went smoothly. So again, don't stop asking your friend or a friend of friend na baka may opportunity na doon sa gusto nyo, or doon sa mas mataas na goal na gusto ninyo. So I think it's a matter of mind setting and goal orientation. Kung ano yung goal mo, then do it. Huwag kang mag-stop.
Do not
Don't limit yourself and do not stop. Kasi kung mag-stop ka, then doon ka lang maging stagnant ka. But if you keep on pushing yourself into something different, something higher, something nice, then okay lang yun. Kasi kung meron ka namang ability and kung meron ka namang talent, I think you have to use and utilize that talent. So don't limit yourself into, for example, linis lang or mag-aalaga ng bata, whatever. Kung meron ka namang napag-aralan or if you want to do something else na kaya mong gawin, then go for it.
Yeah.
Don't hesitate, and keep on doing it. Don't stop.
Kasi I think like a lot of misconception is parang walang opportunities for us Filipinos in Europe. Kasi parang galing lang tayo sa Pilipinas or like yung pinag-aralan natin hindi sapat, which is totally wrong. I think like in that's why I want to highlight your story kasi we have to give the Filipinos out there an information na maraming options.
Of
as long
course.
as you keep
Especially
on asking,
here.
like in my case, talagang how do I say, I socialize with a lot of people, not just with Filipinos, but like,
And you are
yeah.
teaching
so like
children, yes? You're a
so
teacher
it's my teacher.
in Paris.
Yeah, so like
So-
there are opportunities for us. Kaso lang, I think like with some of us or a lot of us don't know any better. So I think like by highlighting our stories, by highlighting our journey in Paris, it's good for Filipinos, especially who are coming for the first time, na maraming opportunities. Just really like ask or even like you seek it out. Like maraming groups or maraming like search jobs online, you know.
Exactly.
So kahit nga me, when I first came, I don't speak any French. Ikaw, hindi rin, di ba? So like, but look at us. We were able to find better jobs. We were able to...
I think
get into-
finding a white-collar job in Paris is not difficult. Why? Because there's a lot of multinational business in Paris. There's a lot of English-speaking in Paris. So I think it's easy to penetrate this multinational business and you have to apply for it, whatever positions you have. Kasi hindi naman purely French yung kailangan nila. Although kailangan ng bilingual most of the time. Pero at least kung ano yung capability mo, ability mo, try to achieve it and look the job that what you want kasi marami talagang opportunity,
Exactly.
especially in Paris.
Yeah.
So do not limit yourself and focus ka lang and kailangan i-achieve mo talaga kung ano yung gusto mo kasi nothing is impossible.
Especially
Everything
that,
is possible in this country na pwede ka mag-auto-entrepreneur o pwede kang mag secretarial or business or whatever positions you like.
Yeah. So basically, just aim such thing as do better for yourself. I like the thing na you really excel in, managing one property and then naging word of mouth yung work ethics mo, yung hard work mo, so it paid off until like naging na siya, word of the mouth na siya sa mga property owners na ito si Balthazar, he's good in managing, like you can trust him with everything.
Sila din naman yung magre-refer sa ibang tao.
Yeah, exactly.
Na kaibigan nila with the same property, So galingan lang.
Yeah.
And
we are capable na maging magaling. We're hard workers,
When I say magaling, be serious. And kailangan naroon talaga yung puso mo sa trabaho.
Yeah.
And kailangan concerned ka. Kasi that's very important. I think that's how we different from other person. We are really concerned. We're valuing the job more than the money that we receive,
Yeah.
We are more concerned. We are more...
Our heart is into the work.
Exactly. So, I think that's a good quality of us as Filipino.
So like, growing up or nung lumalaki ka, ano yung concept mo ng abroad?
Okay. Well, again, because I grew up in a community where people are working abroad, especially sa Italy.
So marami.
So, it's like glitter to me. I mean, it's like, wow, they're wearing the nice clothes, they're traveling a lot, they're in a nice city, they have a big house. So yun na yung concept, yung pananaw mo sa mga taong nag-abroad is like, wow, they are really good, they're really successful, you know? So, hindi kasi natin nakita yung behind that. Yung tip of the mountain lang yung nakita natin. But the surface, I mean, the underneath the iceberg, hindi natin nakikita yon. So, naroon yung a lot of positive, you know, conception. And okay lang yun. Kasi na-motivate ka to go there. Hindi ka...
Parang one day, I would like to have something similar of a life.
Exactly. So, hindi mo nakita yung struggle nila and everything. So, maganda yun kasi namomotivate ka, nakita mo na, yun pala yun. Pero, pag nakarating ka na dun sa country na gustong napuntahan, is different pala. Oh, this is the reality pala. So, yes, again, maganda yung naging perception ko about people who are in abroad, working abroad, kasi nga, maganda rin naman yung talaga naging buhay nila.
Oh.
Yeah.
And there are success stories.
Yeah, there's a lot of success story. Yeah, meron ding mga hindi success story. But again, majority are success story. So, pulutin yung mga success story and gawin. Tularan. Something like that.
Gawing inspirasyon.
Exactly.
And try to strive better. Talagang yun yung yung motivation.